Welcome to United Radio, home of the UMFL, United Madden Football League, building a Madden community one brick at a time.
Yo, what's going on, UMFL Nation? It is I, once again, Rosie, back for episode 3 of UMFL Radio, the podcast that you know and love. And I am so happy to have you guys in today. We got a bunch of crazy stuff going on. And first and foremost, I want to shout out Lee. He is the communications representative and the host of the UMFL Weekly Review Show. Lee is here with me today. What is going on, my brother?
Not much, man. Not much. Just trying to stay cool in this Florida heat.
So basically, Rocklow has ditched me for 4 days straight. Went from probable to doubtful to out with blindness. Then came back to ditch me again. So we are recording now, which is Monday. It's hot as balls. I'm in my car about to play some softball, hit some dingers. And I turn the AC off for the volume and the audio, so it sounds great. But this is what we do for the UMFL, and that's what we do because we love Madden.
Well, it's what you do. It's not what Rocklow would do. I just like to say, Rocklow abandoning thing that's pretty typical. He's given right into the black father stereotypes, So that's par for the course for Rock.
That is hilarious. Shout out to Rocklow. But
hopefully his eye aids has cleared up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say shout out to Rock. Hopefully, he kind of went through a corneal thing and had to deal with that. I couldn't imagine that was good at all. But I digress. We're gonna be fine on that front. I think that he's gonna recover. He's a strong dude, that guy. But Lee. So basically, you're running the review show. You're handling comm for the league with the Twitter account, all the YouTube channel things, and everything like that. But first and foremost, what brings you to the UMFL, man? I know I like to do this review thing every week and kind of talk to a different person every week and kind of get their background. But you're one of the front men for the UMFL. What brought you to Madden and how did that start up for you?
Dude, I think the one thing, right off the top of my head, when you asked me that, I think is that when you look around the community, look on Twitter, and anybody who knows me, play Madden with me, knows like I'm into it. Year round. I read up everything. I'm on streams. I like to watch it. It's basically my hobby.
Right.
And the one thing that I can't stand about the overall Madden community is all the negativity. Everybody's it's just a real negative vibe. And when Rock and Mac and J-Fon were kind of talking about doing this, the first I said, let's bring some positivity. Let's weekly review shows, weekly radio shows, but not just be a show or a league or whatever that just gripes the whole. I mean, dude, life sucks, man. Everybody's kind of got their own shit going on. So your hobby, why complain about it? So it's just a fun place to hang out for us. It's a CFM, sim rules. The rules, you don't have to be a lawyer to read the damn rule book and understand the rules. So even though this week evidently play action on 3rd and 9 or 4th and 9 longer is a hard concept to understand for some guys. But by the way, if you guys need any rule help, contact the Vikings coach. He is our rule Nazi. But you just want to play some Madden without having to think, oh, can I do this or can I do that? So that's kind of why the rule book's limited. And basically, you come in and do a bunch of cheesy stuff, or not cheesy is the wrong term. I hate that term. But if you do stuff that is manipulating the AI, and you know what it is. We had the Eagles coach. He was there, and he told me, he's like, I'm not gonna change my game. It's how I play, and he said it's probably just not, so it's kind of mutual parting there. We didn't kick him, he's like, I don't think I can change. So, but anyways, that being said, it's a sim league, got rules, wanted to emulate football as best as possible without overthinking, and a positive vibe. So that's kind of what my thing is with the UMFL. And all this content that we're giving out, dude, I mean, it's more ways to get people who maybe are new to leagues or new to type of communities, get them involved too. We like to name drop people that are new to the league or maybe we don't know, and just get them involved. You like hearing your name. You like seeing your name in power rankings. You like, you know what I mean? That's why you're in the league. because you want to be involved. So
Yeah, for sure, dude.
yeah, so that's what it's about, man. And I gotta say, first couple weeks so far so good. I thought we'd have a lot more turnover, and we have had some, but I thought it would be a lot more. Um, kind of just kicking off. You see a lot of leagues start, and that's the biggest thing. Can you ride the wave that first couple months of just high turnover? And we're in the end of Madden 19 too, so it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got this one league where we kind of started it off completely different than most leagues start with one season just to get us ramped up. And I haven't been this fired up about Madden in a few years. And that being said, I mean, the leagues that we played in together, the last league that I did play in, I won the Super Bowl, and I wasn't even as excited as I am for this because of just the possibilities of it. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
you kind of wake up and somebody's on their way to work and they're like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And you're like, "Yo, what's going on? UMFL Nation, we're ready to get this day going." And everybody's in there talking Madden. I mean, yesterday, and I do want to touch on this and move into this next, but everybody was talking about EA and EA Play and the Madden 20 footage and the beta
yeah.
code that people are trying to get and things like that. But yeah, it's an all around great experience for sure. But that being said, Elite Madden 20 looks absolutely fantastic, and I really think that we're gonna have one hell of a Madden after years of um, kind of I don't know. I feel like I was kind of grinding my teeth through some games most times, but this seems like a cleaner game. It seems like it's going to be a faster game, and I mean, not to mention the Philly special being put in, but I'm really excited about the defense. It seems like it's going to be it's going to be easier for the casual user to play defense, and it's going to make it harder for guys to manipulate the defense into the second level with the running and throwing passes across the middle. It's just going to make it less about the user but more about like the safeties and the corners being involved in the one-on-ones, and I'm really looking forward to it. What about you?
Yeah, I don't know how far back you can remember of Madden 19, but kind of, every year they come out with something, and I'm not sure who does the testing at EA, because within like two days of having the game, everybody figures out the hot setup. And at beginning of Madden 19, I don't know if you remember, but the contain blitz was ridiculous. You couldn't block it, and what they had to do was nerf the contain. So all these you cannot run contain this year. You just can't run it, because they're gonna block them, and that defensive end on contain's not coming in. He's just gonna stand out there. So what then ended up happening is you couldn't, in the MUT community, the Michael Vicks and Deshaun Watsons of those nature, you couldn't contain them, and then the delay on the spy going after the quarterback was too slow. So I mean, it just caused a whole slew of problems. So with that being said, I'm not a MUT guy. I am a MUT guy, but I can't stand using Vic. You had to use them the last 2 years. It was just what you had to do. So I'm excited to be able to use Brady and guys like that. Maybe we get a Manning card back this year. Peyton, right? He's close to Hall of Fame, right? How long has he been retired? So he'll be in the mix of get him in there. You got Aikman coming. I don't know if you saw that, but Marino. I would like to see the pocket passer become more relevant. In all of Madden, CFM, regs, whatever. And it just seems like the last couple of years, if you had a quarterback with 80 plus speed, 85 speed, and that, running outside the pocket. I will say this too: the adjustments that they made with the ball handling mechanics for the quarterback, being able to pull the ball down and then get into the ball carrier moves, that's also going to be pretty lethal. This year, so it's going to add another level to those people who like to run with those scrambling quarterbacks. Hopefully, they kind of handle, dropping back 30 yards and running around, like, who wants to see that? But from everything I've read, dude, it's new. It's better than 19. So of course everybody's playing it up like it's the best thing since sliced bread. But I don't know. I'll wait till I have it in my hands. You got to remember last year, same thing. When Madden 19 beta came out, everybody raved about it. It's the best thing. And the moment that they patched that whole contain blitz thing, everybody just started complaining about it. And then the zones don't play right. Like, it's funny to me when I watch a lot of league games and see people still using like purple zones. Like, dude, they don't work.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
like,
But
but I try to say, like, dude, do not run a. I've been telling Rock for months, don't run anything with a purple zone. It's not gonna work. And to this day, you'll see him, with that inside seam, whatever they call that, and boom, corner out, wide open. So, I hope that's something that they adjust. I hope they fix zones so that at least you know where the guy's going to play. And if you're not going to allow me the ability to user the linebacker and roam the entire field, which is fine too, this 50-foot fucking jumps, we like to get rid of that. But if they can fix the zones where I can say, hey, I want to take away a corner route, I know that the flat's going to be open, or I know this is going to be open. I know that I can user control that. So, and I remember a couple years ago with a skinny post getting over in the middle with cover 2, cover 3, no coverage stopped that. You had a cross man, and that's the thing I can't stand, this cross man stuff. There's no place for it. It's not realistic. They do not do it in real football. So why is it even a thing? So
yeah, well, I'm hoping that it's just going to be an improvement. It can be something that we can lab on, and definitely week over week during the Madden 20 season kind of get into things that are working, cool little tricks of the trade and stuff on the show, as well as Rock was also talking about possibility of starting a blog or whatever, and that could kind of get us writing about different things about the game, because I mean that's the reason why we're here. But speaking of Madden Madden 20, let's go to where we currently are. We're in the Madden 19 last season of this year before Madden 20, and we are sitting pretty. It looks like we have one more game tonight, Atlanta and Pittsburgh, I believe, and then we are on to week 6, and it has been a fruitful first 5 weeks for me, and a fruitful first 5 weeks for you. There are let's see, 8 teams with 1 loss or less, and 2 teams with no losses. Elite, you were in the 1 loss category, playing one of the only 2 teams with no losses. That would be Jonesy, and I also have no loss as well. Although I had a complete almost stunner this weekend, and that was a little bit wild.
Yeah. You want to talk about that one?
Oh yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
Are we gonna move past that?
Oh no, I would definitely want to talk about it, because my guy Rocklow again, he filled a bunch of teams up, and waited until he found the most talented person to fill the Cowboys with this week. Shout out to my guy Oshie. He's a baller. I played with him before in other leagues, more kind of streamlined, no rule type leagues, but the dude can play sim. Very good defensive player, and it was one of those things where it kind of came out of nowhere, because I kind of woke up and it was like, oh yeah, we have a person for you. Can you play right now? And I'm like, all right, well, let's just do it, because that's why I do it, because I love Madden. And we got down and got a little crazy, but we ended up pulling out the victory.
Yeah, I said this last night on the show. I said, man, I was watching that, and I picked it up right in the kind of the second half. Right after I messaged you, I said, dude, quit throwing it deep every time. But Jesus, what a nail biter! And I said it last night. He throws the pass, that interception. If he throws the pass to the middle of the field, the guys, you should rewatch it. He's wide freaking open, man. And that would have been game over. But, yeah, you got lucky. I'm not going to say you skilled that one. That was pure luck.
Well, I mean, we can throw in the fact that he did have a 65-yard one-handed bomb catch over A.J. Boye with Tyreek Hill. Now, there are plenty of factors that go into that. 1 being his height. 2 being the fact that A.J. Boye is like 6'3" and long, and was running stride for stride. And 3, it was 3rd down, and if I would have gotten that, I was only down 3, and I was going to be able to go, and it was a bomb, but we were able to pull it out. And then we're moving on this week, where we're going to play Beast, because he's the Bills, right? So it's going to be another tough test.
No. Bills is 0-5.
Oh, it's not Bills? Beast is the Browns.
Actually,
shout out.
The Bills is actually, I think the guy's name is actually Buffalo Bill.
Oh, Buffalo Bill. Yep. I'm playing Buffalo Bill, and we're gonna have a fun little tussle. But yeah, no, I have you coming up, so I'm just kind of just waiting the water here until I play you. But yeah, no, you got a 4-1 team leading definitely the toughest division in the UMFL. What's your state of the division, and then what do you think's going to happen in the next couple weeks? I know you have uh, you have Mac going into a bye, and then you have me coming out, or it's the other way around, something like that. So that's pretty tough.
Yeah, I don't have Mac till later in the season. Like I play him like week 15 and 17, I believe, or something like that. And then sandwiched in there's a bet. Like the last 3 of the last 4 games are bets and 2 with Mac. So, but I have Gil's coming up this week. The Jonesy copy. But they played each other last week. Played them tough. Gil played Jonesy really tough. I watched a little bit of that game. So I don't really know. I've never played Gil. He comes with a heavy reputation. He's been really good. So I don't know what to expect. I do know Betts blew him out, but it looked like Gil kind of threw a bunch of interceptions. So dude. I have so many games where I've thrown 6, 7, 8 interceptions. So, I mean, you just have those games where you're just like, fuck it. I'm going to just toss it up. So, I don't know what to expect at all, to be honest with you. You got some of these guys like Gil who have a long history of playing sim ball, sim leagues, and they got a really good system. Looks like he likes to run the ball. So, let's see what happens, At this point, my defense is locked in. Jonesy beat me first game of the season. I was beyond drunk, so I'm not going to make an excuse. It was midnight. I started drinking at 2. You can add it up from there. But, so we'll figure. I would love to have replayed that game. I still don't think I have anything for him. I don't even think you have anything for him. So.
No, I've been talking a little bit, but I don't think I have anything for Jonesy. I am gonna definitely lab pretty hard. I know he's been playing pretty much all year at the highest level you could possibly play, but we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting now. As we digress into the end of the show, we have the next 2 weeks we're gonna get underway. We're gonna have sim tonight after the Falcons Steelers game. Of course, I have the big games. I mean, there's not a whole bunch of big games. You have the Browns and Chargers, which should be a really big game. Mac versus the Browns are beast, right?
Yeah, Browns is beast.
So that's going to be a good one. I do think Mac will end up pulling that one out. What about you?
That's gonna be. We touched on that last night, or maybe I did on my own show. But that's gonna be an old school football bash right there. They're gonna slug it out in the first quarter, second quarter, kind of figure where each other's out. It's gonna be a grind game, man. Those two guys aren't guys you want to play because I can't stand it because it's like every fucking third down, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, and they convert them, and they put these long drives together. Whereas guys like I play you or I play Jonesy, it's going to be either a touchdown or an interception. We're slinging it down the field.
Oh, yeah.
And Mac really controls the pace of the game. He slows it down. He plays great defense. He locks up. I mean, and so does Beast. Beast got that same mentality. So, and they're really, I like how they really stick to the sim style of play. They mix it up. But they also are guys that, if they get you in something, they're going to come back to it, Sim doesn't mean I can't run the same play more than one time. It means, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna do this and that. But dude, Mac's the type of guy where it's like he gets you on something, he's gonna file it away and get you again on it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. Mac's a gamer for sure.
And that's what those two guys are. They got great football minds. Mac's coached for years. The guy understands the game. I'd like to pick on him, but I really can't. He's Canadian. He's my brother. So, But yeah, that's going to be a great game to watch, and I'm going to try to commentate that game. So
yeah, I'll try to be there with you. The last one for that week or for week 6 that I think is going to be interesting is Betts playing Jonesy. Do you think Betts has any semblance of a shot there?
Yeah, man. Here's what's going to happen. Either this might be a game that gets old Betts out too, like the mind snap bets.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like this might get Betts to quit. Because nobody likes losing, and nobody. Let me tell you something. All of us know Jones. Nobody fucking likes losing to Jonesy. We can't stand it. Somehow he always beats us. Although I want to point out that before that last game that he beat me, I had won our last 3 or 4 meetings. But who we're not counting that, right? But anyways, nobody likes losing to Jonesy because he's so fucking cocky and arrogant. you know what he's gonna do, and he just does it. So
yeah,
that's but I would give, of anybody in the league outside of you, I would say Betts would be the next guy to do it. Betts' his stick skill's really good. He's really good on sticks. So
yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah, it should be interesting next couple of weeks. Definitely, guys, you got to tune in to the YouTube channel, the UMFL, all one word, and then definitely hit the Twitter at the UMFL as well. Leet is at Leet Penneth. He is the communications guru for the UMFL, and I am at _ Matthew Rosado, because they call me Rosie, because I don't know how we got there, but I embraced it. And Rosie gets dubs, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're still in your probation period for UMFL for an official title. So we had to form a grassroots subcommittee to do a vote and figure out what your title is going to be. So, keep working hard, though. We like seeing that around here.
We're going to keep doing it. But, yeah, guys, hit us up. I'm definitely going to be looking to choose the next person to interview on the radio show to talk a little bit about themselves. And then we're going to move forward through the league, man. Week 6, Week 7, it's going to be crazy. Leet, thank you very much for coming on to the show. And you guys,
thanks for having me.
Keep playing Madden in the UMFL. Let's go, boys.